So here it is. Affinity. This is something that Mr. Miguel brought to our attention. They have, of course, migrated from an old contract to a new one. I believe this is the right one. So this one is sitting at 0.340, or actually more than that, right? 3,450, 3805. If you're wondering how it did on all-time highs, it's been around since basically the last bull run, right, of 2021, right around the time Bitcoin and Ethereum were at our all-time highs. It was at 0.340 and a 2, and kind of seen a lot of volatile action, but a lot of things have, right? So that's where it's at. Now you may wonder, well, why point this out? Again, it's a new thing that we're kind of doing, point out some particular ones that the community has mentioned, because to be honest, on a lot of these, to take a deep dive into them, I won't be able to do them all. I have already a huge grocery list, so it was my way of attempting to do that. Here is, some of the markets you can get them on, which is not many, right? Basically, it's just Pancake Swap. It has 2 pairings, wrapped BNB, and then, of course, BUSD with this particular one, right? Which is Affinity. I think this is the right one. Let me double check this. Yeah, it is the right one. And then here's their site. Let me pull that up. So if you're wondering about this, it states that they have rewards in BUSD, Cardano even, and of course their native token of Affinity. Affinity was created to bring innovative software products, top level security solutions, and education while rewarding token holders with BUSD, ADA, and Affinity just for holding. Our flagship product, which is ADAPT, is a peer-to-peer transaction application created by Affinity. It allows users to basically send and receive crypto through the use of simple username and more wallet addresses needed. That in itself is pretty cool. ADAPT mobile app for Android and iOS development. Of course, you can click on that to see how the rewards go. Let me get down to a few other areas of this. So it says there's functional use case already available. And let's face it, this is the main thing you probably want to know about, because what the heck is the big deal about it, right? So it says not only Affinity is one of the best value tokens offering reflections in a stable coin BUSD and another coin with very strong growth potential in ADA, they have developed a use case that is very needed in this space, which is ADAPT. And of course, there's a particular patent that's pending. It allows easier, more secure peer-to-peer transactions. They did have a successful audit. It went through solid proof. I know you guys are, of course, used to CertiK, but there's obviously other particular audits out there. They have secured an independent audit from this particular very trusted security company. You can review more about it and so on. They have, of course, staking, but you got to keep in mind, with some of the recent things that happened from the SEC stance, you might want to look more into how that applies to you, depending on where you live, especially if you live here in the United States. Now, when you go to where it says About Us, let's take a moment for that. So it says About Affinity. Affinity was designed around its use case, which is ADAPT. It's a peer-to-peer trading application, which will be expanded to become the premier token for trading and payment platform. They love to think about going to the moon. Who doesn't, right? That's kind of overused, but says, but for that to happen, real value and production needs to happen. The crypto world can be very toxic. No kidding. Go on a crypto telegram and you'll find out that real quick. The crypto world can, yeah, I already said that. But yeah, it can become increasingly fractured, even with the smaller networks of people. Affinity is focused on bringing the crypto community together by rewarding 2 tokens, like I mentioned before, BUSD and ADA, and they can expose people to other projects, other communities, and build Affinity. If you are looking to be part of the results for thinking and building value, you may want to consider, of course, Affinity. Here's some of their particular core team, who's this guy, Chris. He's the CEO/lead dev. He has a lot of experience. He's been in the Air Force, 22 years. He's done work for Intel. He has a bachelor's in IT security and a master's in business, like myself. He's a founder of a nonprofit organization, CEO of a small software company in Massachusetts. There's some other guys here. So it's nice to see some people here who I wouldn't necessarily say they're like fully doxxed, but at least to show their faces and so on. You could definitely look more into it. But it's cool to see that. Another thing I want to mention real quick, and we're going to go back, of course, to their Affinity listing, right? And, they do have a max supply of 860 billion. I don't see any info in regards to circulating supply and so on. And you just got to keep in mind that this particular project has been around since roughly November of 2021. If you want to take more of your own particular deep dive into this, you're more than welcome to do so. That was just a brief introduction. Again, right from CMC, you can view their white paper. And last but not least, let's take a look at their Twitter real quick. And when you go over to their Twitter, you will see that this is the official account for Affinity token. And also, by the way, not just Binance Smart Chain, but also Algorand. That's pretty cool. In regards to if they're pretty active, well, they posted 9 hours ago. And they had another one, was it yesterday, about some other ones that you see here in regards to NFTs. So it does look like they have a, I would say very active, but at least, a presence in regards to Twitter. Check them out if you choose to do so. I am not personally invested into this, but I do recognize some of the community requests to at least introduce this to you guys. And if anything, I'm glad to do so.
Thank you so much for watching, guys. If you have not yet subscribed, do yourself a favor and subscribe for more information on the ISO 222 compliant tokens, and hit the notification bell to make sure that you are aware of the new videos when they come up. Max and I cover these ISOs, and we also have a live show every single night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Make sure you tune in for that. You won't want to miss it. Thanks again, and we will see you on the next video.